Hello, people. Almost good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh, but let's say good evening. Time it's 11 p.m. here right now, and I am actually at the end of the month. It's already like 1 hour away from end of May. So this was the month of my birthday. I turned 44. So I got some fragrances this month. So my whole idea about this list is going to be uh, about my favorites. I always do this end of the month, each month. The ones that I buy, let's say if I bought 20, out of 20, I'll choose 10, 14, 15, whatever my mood suggests. Sometimes we bought 10 out of 5 like that, right? So I bought this month around 24, 25 fragrances. Some of them were backup bottles, extra bottles, or repurchase. But here, on most part, I did pick 10 fragrances, my favorites, according to liking, which one I like more, 10 all the way to 1. And this is just strictly my, taste and my preference. You can definitely feel differently. Okay, so here we go. And I reviewed all of them. One of them I just reviewed just now, which is the Azzaro one, but you can see the review tonight. Okay, so no honorable mentions. Okay, if you don't see any of my fragrances that did not appear, that means I prefer this 10 over the rest. Okay, so first fragrance I'm gonna go, it's the cheaper one. Okay, so this one is very, very, very interesting, and it's very beautiful. It has some complexity over the original one, which this one duped. It gets confusing. The one, it's called Imperium from, I think, Fragrance World, right? Yeah. And this one is called Imperium Intense. Okay, very beautiful bottle, and this is a take on Elysium Intense, I think. Okay, this perfume is just great. It's very beautiful, fresh, and to my surprise, very long lasting. Okay, for a freshie in the morning, evening time, when the sun is not very scorching heat, like that the sun is not really it's that intense, this fragrance does perform very well. And definitely it's not your typical just lemon or the citrus. It has some other elements. Check out my review, you'll see. And I really like this bottle and the cap. It looks pretty cool. Okay, so 20 something dollars. This is definitely a good fragrance. I like this for everyday usage. So yeah, check out the full review. Then you'll see Imperium Intense by Fragrance World. Very heavy bottle. Number 9, it's a fragrance I did not want to put in the list. Personally, I do not think I'll wear it so much, even though this perfume is like a dream. It performs like a dream. It is projecting like a dream. Even if you wash your shirt, it will stay there. So even if you take a shower, it does not leave your skin that strong. This is Lattafa's Atlas. Okay, so this one, if I do, pardon me, I do beg your pardon. Like, I do apologize sometimes if I can't remember like which fragrance this one duped or clone. Okay, this one I remember, it was like a take on Mega Mare. I do love saying Mega Mare. Okay, by Paris. For a fraction of a price, 55 ml, is a small bottle, but with a very beautiful presentation. And this one smells very, very close to Mega Mare. And this fragrance is like aquatic, oceanic. I get kind of like ambergris feel from it. It's very fresh, kind of citrusy, but the musk overall takes over and it gives you deep sea feeling. Okay, so if you do love Mega Mare, you should try this. This is very beast mode. Okay, so this is number 9, just out of respect, so I put it in my list. So number 8, this is definitely one of my favorite perfumes right now. Even though this is marketed towards women, I wear this a lot. Okay, this is called Hawas Eclat. Perhaps this was supposed to be Hawas Pink. I don't know. I could be wrong. But this one is Delina exclusive by Parfum Marley. Such a beautiful jammy rose, fruity, peach, all these things. And the rose is delicious in this. It's got that, why I want to say vanilla. Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter is not a note. It's a character. But this perfume, it's kind of girly. I'll give you that. Like, if you are not a big fan of Armani C, and then the fragrance that I mentioned just now, if you do not like oriental sweet fruity perfumes, stay away from this. And if you are looking for a masculine perfume, stay away from this. But if you don't mind wearing fragrances which are kind of like, not masculine, but men can wear it with confidence, like Flower Bomb, Armani C, these kind of fragrances, I would say this is a very interesting perfume to get. And the performance, I mean, if you put it on yourself, you don't need to reapply for at least 8 to 10 hours. That is the beast mode activated thing about this fragrance called Hawas Eclat. I put it in this list because very pretty and very one of my favorite fragrances. Okay, so Delina is very awesome, but this one can be overpowering, so spray less. Okay, so this is number 8. So the number 7 is the one I just reviewed. This is my last purchase of May, and I could not hold myself. This one is a very beautiful fragrance, but it's not all the way unique. Okay, but I like it. This is Azzaro, Wanted Forever, Elixir. Nowadays, you really have to have very wide memory, like chamber up there to remember all the names because the names are getting ridiculous. Armani Stronger With You, Forever With You, all the way to heaven and hell, and then come back to war. It gets crazy. It's like that. These name games are very, very difficult to remember. But anyway, the gold one. Okay, so this is the new one. I think this is a nice, fruity, spicy, mild, sweet fragrance, and it's nice, it's sexy, it's pretty, but at the same time it's sweet. So if you like sweet fragrances, if you like going out clubbing, partying fragrances, you can try this. Okay, so this one I put it in the list because I love the way this smells. Performance is okay, not bad. Okay, so that's number what number is that? Number 7. Okay, number 6. Here comes a very favorite fragrance of mine. This one is a take on Terroni by Terroni Paris. Yeah, this is Ahmed Al Maghribi Black Fume. Okay, this perfume is a must buy. Okay, I don't usually say that. Is a must buy given. Here is the part. Given you like Terroni, you like the DNA like Terroni, which gives you that raspberry, that fruitiness. At the same time, it go lava, amber, birch, all these things. But it's kind of like a very earthy, mineral like, and it's like very bold fragrance. But if you can't afford that fragrance, this one you should try. This is more fruity. Okay, the fruitiness of this is really thick, syrupy, and even the spiciness, the dry down, it still stays sweet, but the dry down is not for everybody. But I really admire this fragrance, how much this lasts for $20 something, and this is pure respect. This one has to be in the list. Ahmed Al Maghribi, this is called Black Fume. This is one of the best fragrance releases from this house. Okay, take note. All right, so we have now top 5. I love doing this list because you get to revisit all these fragrance that you got and you enjoyed, and like where they are up to your, like, as per your preference. It's nice. So let's go number 5. I really had to think hard to make this list. Number 5 is going to be this awesome looking amber color dark sexy bottle, Karina Hera Bad Boy Elixir. I think that's the name. The moment I saw the bottle, I always wanted this. Okay, because I can sometimes tell this fragrance high likely is going to be sexy, my type. This is what it is. This is a bad boy fragrance right here, and the name, finally they're living up to standards. I had reviewed, I think, 6 or 7 from this line. Not everything was a hit. Some of them, they were kind of like hit or miss. Cobalt elixirs, those are good for summers, but original Bad Boy was not my favorite. It had kind of like, like gourmand, warm, sweet, spicy, but it did not have the potential. So that was the worst release of the line. They had the superstar, some of the mediocre ones, but this stuff right here, this, and I think Bad Boy was the other one. Man, this is my other favorite. I always forget the name, but I like this. This one is very interesting too. This is called what? Bad Boy. Ah, man. Bad Boy Lepafa. Okay, this is my most favorite. Okay, so far, and I like it. I like wearing this in winter. But another winter, like a gem or a banger, is going to be this one. The leather in this is very playful. It's very sexy. If you wanted an upgraded version of something like CH1 Privé, you wore back in the days, and you want to wear something with a leather jacket which is brown in color, this is the fragrance. Okay, extremely awesome perfume, but try before you buy. This is more agreeable take on maybe Gucci Guilty Absolute, which is not that wearable. This is so amazing fragrance. Check it out. Okay, Bad Boy, and that is Elixir. Sexy little bottle right there. So number 4, here comes another champ. I'm just smiling so wide because when I heard all the good things about this perfume, I did have another dupe of this one. I think the original one is here. Here goes the memory loss. uh, Paragon by Initio Perfumes. I was gonna say Octagon. No, this is the fragrance so far I found, not say better than Paragon, but better value than Paragon. Paragon is so beautiful. It has that plum, Palo Santo, like woody, fruity, sweet, maybe kind of it feels like honey. This also gives you the same feel with excellent performance. Man, this is so affordable compared to Inicio. Inicios are like 200, $300. Man, I would not pay, honestly speaking, for even for that quality. This one, bag of bottle worthy. This is a must have if you love Paragon. Okay, this is why it's number 4 today. Amazing performance, amazing. Okay, so vintage radio by Lattafa Pride line. That's number 4. Number 3, I did a little bit of cheating. Reason being, this is not a new fragrance in my arsenal. I previously had a 75 mil. For the very first time when it arrived in Bangladesh, I bought it and I loved it. I said, that's so good. There was this Dubai Night, and then there was Aqua Dubai from the Amber Oud line by Haramain. So finally, I have a big 100 ml bottle. I want to get a 200 ml. The reason being, this is a take on Imagination by Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton, so I do not want to buy any Louis Vuittons. Not gonna take my money. If Louis Vuitton is watching me, man, your fragrances are too expensive. Your bags are, everything is too expensive just for their brand image. I'm sorry, man, that's just the way I feel. But I love their fragrances, but they're kind of light for what they're, except Ombre Nomad and the dark ones. Imagination, I never tried. I'll be honest with you. But I did try all the dupes so far in Bangladesh. So far, the beast mode activated is this. It's my trusted buddy. Okay. I wear this anytime I go out, let's say in the high heat, even if it's raining, humid, whatever. If I want performance from a freshie, this is this. That is this. Okay. And one other thing I'll just add, which I found very interesting. In Fragcomm Bangladesh, one of the brothers said, man, I smell like Lux soap. When he said Lux soap, I was like, what does it mean? Soapy, fresh, clean, is it? Then I kind of started getting it. This one has neroli, it has freshness, it has like oceanic sea vibe, and it does feel like soapy fresh, like kind of like a pretty cousin of Amber Purum by Prada. So this one has some soapy quality to it. This is an amazing fragrance, guys. If you really want a trusted buddy, it's a simple perfume, doesn't change so much, but what a great little perfume this is. Okay, this is a masterpiece for a freshie. Like I prefer this even for, let's say, if you like MFK fragrances, like Amaris or those fragrances, like the fresh ones. This is much better value than those. Okay, so check this fragrance out. Aqua Amber Oud, Aqua Dubai. Okay, amazing, powerful fragrance for summer. So that's a lot of praise. Number 2, number 1, both my favorite dark fragrances. Number 2 is this perfume. I'm so glad I bought it. After I bought it, I just realized they changed the bottle design. The older bottle design was good, but this is not bad also. This Hugo Boss, the scent, and I think this is called Elixir, isn't it? The scent Elixir. Ah, man. This is the problem. Why don't you put the name? Yeah, this is perhaps Elixir. Such professional behavior. Okay. Perfume. No. Perfume is the concentration. This is Elixir, sorry. This is Elixir, most probably. If I'm wrong, I'll write down the name. This is a sexy fragrance right here. Hugo Boss, even 5-6 years back, what they're producing, at best, people would give them like a 7.5, even including Hugo Boss. Me, different story. I love so many Boss fragrances. Boss Bottled Oud, the scent Private Accord. I had many champs, Hugo Bosses, the Man, Hugo by Hugo Boss. There are many fragrances I love, but people did not respect Hugo Boss that much in the fragrance community. They would say, man, they're lacking that depth. Most of them, they don't last. And also, they don't have anything like that smells expensive or niche. So they had the Oud Aromatic, those lines, saffrons, but they're very expensive. But then they released Hugo Boss Absolute, Boss Bottle Absolute, Elixir, Triumph of Elixir, and then they released this last year. Man, this is a perfume, okay? Even if you don't get 10 out of 10 performance out of it, man, you need to smell this fragrance. This is the sexy stuff right here, I just love this fragrance. This one has that warm spice, like it has that paprika or something, pimento, but it starts getting sweet, and then it also gets kind of like a maybe leather or something. I don't remember exactly, but this is an amazing fragrance. When you smell this smells like quality. It smells like those fragrances the Armanis are making, or the expensive houses are making, like Spice Bomb. If you had like a nice little cousin of Spice Bomb, this would be it. Number 2 is this one. Let me check why I keep guessing. There is email, YouTube available. Open. Yeah, what's the fragrance called? Hugo Boss the Elixir. It's the scent Elixir. I was correct. Okay. So number 1, after all the drama, what takes number 1? Again, this is not a new fragrance. This was, I think, 2021 version. Okay. And I got this fragrance recently only because this was a repackaged version of the OG, which was called Valentino Vumo Intense, okay, or Intense. So this is the new part. On the neck, they have this nice, you know, started pattern, it continues here. It's like it looks kinky. Okay, if you guys know the movie Euro Trip, you know, the actress is no more. She was one of my favorite actresses, you know, rest in peace. But I watched Euro Trip like movie, I think one of the most numbers of times in my life. I loved that film for some reason. It was like my university life, one of the favorite movies. Okay, so this one reminds me of that Wonder Sex, you know. So that scene, you know. But apart from this, fragrance is awesome, man. Valentino Intense is one of the sexiest dark uh, chocolate leather iris combination. It's creamy, it's rich, it's spicy, it's masculine. So true and true dating scenario. If you want something other than the Dior Intense, the champ, this is something I would say the next best thing. Better value than Dior Intense, keeping my emotions aside because I love Dior Intense. I am biased towards it. But if it's too expensive for you, look for this 100 bucks. You will not lose out much. Even though I back in the days I saw this one reach 180 $85, this would be the price, then be perfect. But nowadays everything is expensive. So number one today is champion is Valentino More Intense above everything else. So that's the top 10 pick for May. Hopefully you got some idea or some update on these fragrances. From tomorrow maybe I'll start doing the list and stuff. You know, it's going to be June and Eid is almost nearby. Maybe Eid list is up. Okay, have a nice day guys. Thanks for watching. See you soon and good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.